The Jordan Challenge finds its way back on NBA 2K23 after more than a decade. We're here to cover the full details and also cover the rewards and how to get them. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please consider dropping a like and dropping a sub. Let's get right into the details. It says here the Jordan Challenge relived Michael Jordan's career from his early days as a college sensation to his game-winning shot in the 1998 NBA Finals. So you guys will have an opportunity to play as Jordan in his college days on North Carolina. And that alone should help us segue into the rewards and how to get them. It says here in reference to challenges, each of the 15 challenges offers 3 goals for you to hit. Completing a goal earns you a star. Collect 40 stars and you'll unlock unique rewards for both my team and my career mode. And if you guys want to roll through the city and the neighborhood in a UNC Jordan jersey, there will be only one place to get it, and that's in the new Jordan Challenge mode. There's also a hidden gem that I would like to give you guys, because as I was going through the trailer, I know 2K in this report says collect 40 stars and you'll unlock unique rewards, but in this image that you guys see on screen, you can see at the very top 45 of 45 stars. Right underneath it, it says view rewards, and that's plural, just in case you guys are curious. But that's 5 additional stars than what 2K actually referenced in this courtside report. I personally thought that was an interesting bit of information. Maybe there's some hidden prizes in the new Jordan Challenge mode. 2K seemed to have really invested a lot of their time into making sure that this game mode was as authentic to the era as possible. In this portion of gameplay authenticity, it says the game of basketball has changed so much over the course of the last 40 years. Enhancing our on-court experience to support the Jordan Challenge was a major priority for the team this year. It goes on to say, for starters, the game was much slower paced than Jordan's day. In the 80s era games, you'll notice a much heavier focus on post and mid-range game. And the way in which 2K allows that to happen is by adjusting the sliders. It says this is supported through slider settings, AI tendencies, and playbooks custom to the era. It also says we rewrote our transition game for the 1980s. It features tighter transition lanes and more players cutting to the basket with a numbers advantage, as opposed to spotting up for threes like you see in today's game. Another point of reference that 2K did with this Jordan Challenge, it says on the signature style front, you'll see our biggest upgrade yet. Magic Johnson has his signature no-look passes, and a number of classic greats have all new jump shot, layup, and dunk packages. We also made an effort to ensure that our dribble move set and finishing moves were era appropriate. That means that a lot of dribble moves that we use in our everyday gaming on 2K won't be incorporated in some of these challenges. This means moves like the Sham God crossover, Euro step layups won't be firing off in Jordan Challenge games. 2K also changed the broadcast settings, so for some of the earlier games, you're gonna notice a change in the visual settings, how it displays while you're playing the game. It goes on to say here, era-specific broadcast elements that truly captured the technology at the time of each played game. In 1982, you will experience a broadcast that is simple in design and nature. Big block letters, not too many graphics. As we progress into the 90s, you'll start to see an evolved presentation as technology was improving in leaps and bounds. Seeing is believing on this front, and wait until you see it. So basketball was way more aggressive. It was a totally different game than what you guys see today. It was just way more physical back then, and 2K intends to incorporate that into this Jordan Challenge. It says here, basketball in the 1980s and 90s was much more physical than present day. This is accurately modeled in our floor game and in the paint. Hand checking and hard-hitting body ups bring a completely different feel to the one-on-one battles compared to the more free-flowing game of today. And they also made sure that rules like illegal defense are accurately represented properly for each particular game. And it says here in one of their challenges, playing with Jordan against the bad boy Pistons is probably the most obvious example of where you see the grit and physicality of old school basketball. I'm sure a lot of you youngins out there would appreciate seeing a more aggressive type of gameplay. And now we're going to go through the list of challenges that 2K is going to have for this new game mode. Number 1 is the 1982 National Championship. University of North Carolina versus Georgetown. This is where you guys will get to play as Jordan in North Carolina in his college days. Super dope. You can see like the difference in quality. You're gonna notice the broadcast aspect of things is gonna change as we scroll down. So that's way back when, 1982, 1984 Team USA basketball scrimmage, the Olympics, 1986 Eastern Conference first round, game 2. That was versus the Celtics. 1988 NBA All-Star game. This craze is dope. I know a lot of people ain't super interested in this Jordan game mode. I know folks just want to get the prizes, but it's super dope, especially as we scroll through all these images and see the way things change in time. So the 1988 All-Star game, 1989 Eastern Conference first round. So super dope. We also got the 1990 Atlanta Hawks versus Chicago Bulls, the 1990 Chicago Bulls at the Cleveland Cavaliers, 1990 Eastern Conference Finals, 1991 NBA Finals Game 5 versus the Lakers, 1992 NBA Finals Game 1. And as we're scrolling through, there's going to be 15 of these. As we're scrolling through, you can see the changes in the broadcast. You can see it's much clearer in 1991, and it's going to get even clearer as we get to like more recent days. 1992 NBA Finals Game 1, 1995 Chicago Bulls at New York. John Starks in the background there. Super dope, man. 1996 NBA Finals Game 6, 1997 and 1997 as well, Los Angeles Lakers in 1998. And you can see, man, the differences in the quality of the broadcast is insane. It looks amazing in comparison to what you guys saw at the very beginning, which we'll scroll up real quick so you can see the difference of what we saw for the first image here. And you can see the graininess and the lighting is very different versus what we see here in like more recent days. You can see it's much sharper, much more crisp, way more vibrant. The Jordan Challenge will be available for current gen and next gen. So for you guys on current gen consoles, no need to worry. This is going to be available for you guys. You guys can work toward getting that UNC jersey. I know I will be doing that. I may even consider live streaming it. This covers all the details for the new Jordan Challenge that 2K intends to implement for NBA 2K23. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Please consider dropping a like, dropping a sub on your way out. We got a bunch more info coming your way, so keep it locked here at AllCity Live TV, and I'll catch you guys on the next either video or live stream. Easy, y'all.